New horror story. 6.66 receipt changed everything. I need to tell someone what happened to my roommate, Jake, before I lose my mind completely. 3 days ago, he started bringing home takeout from this new place downtown, and now I'm pretty sure I'm living with something that used to be him. Jake was obsessed with finding the perfect late-night food spot, the kind of guy who'd drive 40 minutes for authentic ramen at 2 a.m. So when he came home last Thursday, raving about this hole in the wall called Seventh Circle, I didn't think much of it. He had this greasy paper bag, and the whole apartment reeked of charred meat and something else. Something metallic and sweet, like pennies left in the sun. "Dude, you have to try this," he said, pulling out what looked like a regular burger. But when he bit into it, the smell got stronger, and I swear I heard a faint sizzling sound like bacon hitting a hot pan. That night, Jake didn't come to bed. I found him in the kitchen at 4 a.m., standing perfectly still in front of the open refrigerator. The light cast these harsh shadows across his face, and when I called his name, he turned toward me with this expression of pure bliss. His eyes were bloodshot, pupils dilated, and there was grease smeared around his mouth. "The food," he whispered. "It's so much better when you're hungry, really hungry." The next day he went back, came home with another bag, bigger this time. The smell was overwhelming, that same charred meat scent mixed with sulfur and something rotting. I watched him eat through our bedroom doorway, and I swear the food was moving on the plate, twitching. Jake started losing weight fast, not normal weight loss. His skin began hanging loose, like it was deflating from the inside. But he kept eating, kept going back to that place every night. He'd leave around 11 p.m. and return before dawn, always carrying those greasy bags, always with that same blissful expression. By Sunday, I couldn't stand it anymore. I followed him. Seventh Circle was tucked between two abandoned storefronts on Bleecker Street. The windows were painted black, and the only sign was a small red 7 above the door. No business hours posted, no health department rating, nothing. But there was a line of people wrapped around the block, thin, hollow-eyed people who looked like Jake, all waiting in perfect silence. I watched Jake disappear inside. After 20 minutes, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to see what was in there. The door opened before I could knock. A woman in a stained apron smiled at me, with teeth that looked filed to points. Behind her, I could see a dining room filled with people hunched over their plates, eating with desperate intensity. The lighting was wrong, too red, like everything was on fire. "First time?" she asked. Her voice sounded like grease popping in a hot pan. I nodded, and she led me to a table where Jake was sitting. But it wasn't Jake anymore. His face had hollowed out completely, skin stretched tight over jutting bones. He looked up at me and grinned, and I could see straight through the gaps in his cheeks to his molars. "You came," he said, voice barely a whisper. "I saved you a seat." The woman placed a plate in front of me. The smell hit me like a physical force, that metallic sweetness mixed with sulfur and decay. On the plate was something that might have been meat once, but it was moving, pulsing like a heartbeat. "What is this?" I asked. Jake leaned forward, his hollow eyes reflecting the red light. "Hunger," he said. "Pure hunger. The kind that never stops, never satisfies. The kind that makes you feel alive." I ran, pushed past the other diners, all of them thin and hollow like Jake, and burst through the front door. Behind me, I could hear laughter, dozens of people laughing, with voices like breaking glass. When I got home, Jake was already there, sitting in the dark living room. "You didn't eat," he said without turning around. "Jake, what is that place? What are they serving?" He finally looked at me, and in the moonlight streaming through our window, I could see he was crying. But the tears were black, thick, like motor oil. "I can't stop going back," he whispered. "Every bite makes me hungrier. Every meal leaves me emptier, but I can't stop." That was 2 days ago. Jake hasn't come home since then. But here's the thing that's really messing with me. I keep thinking about that plate, about the smell, about the way everyone in that restaurant looked so satisfied while they were eating. And I'm getting hungry. Really hungry. The kind of hunger that normal food can't touch. I found the receipt in Jake's jacket pocket. 2+, Seventh Circle. $6.66, paid in cash. But when I called the number printed at the bottom, a voice answered, and it sounded exactly like mine. Thank you for listening. If you really liked the story, please like the video and subscribe for more.